Content over everything.
Zacharias, you know Zacharias? You know Zacharias?
I've seen it.
Zacharias, this is who he's got under his wing. Now these are vulnerable people. You can't do this to vulnerable people. I know Zacharias is vulnerable, but this is the type of guys that these guys pick on. And I always pick on young boys as well. They always pick on young boys as well. Of course they do.
They're looking for
and
a
they read all of the verses in the Quran and Hadith to justify their actions, just like what ISIS do.
But that's how spiritual books are. Spiritual books are just.
You're standing in there, bro. You're messing up those trainers. You're messing up those trainers big time.
Spiritual books are just an interpretation. You went.
I know.
You read a book with, and whatever's in your heart is what you translate from it.
Exactly.
You can open the Quran and you can see a verse that says kill.
Yeah.
You say, oh right, kill, and then you define who to kill from your own interpretation. Or you can.
There's verses about sponsoring orphans, being kind to your
They'll
parents,
dismiss
giving
that.
to the
They'll
poor.
dismiss that. They'll dismiss that. And extremists would dismiss that.
So what is first and foremost? Your bias or your agenda has to be in the first place.
Confirmation bias.
So like if you're there about killing, you're going to find a verse about killing.
It's confirmation biased.
Yeah? And say, this is why I'm killing.
I'll give you an example. Like, say in Islam, you've got great sheikhs and scholars from the past. A lot of them never got married. Yeah, they lived their life of not getting married, and that was encouraged by the Prophet of Islam.
Yeah.
But because it conforms to a narrative that they're doing lots of prayers, they're preaching. Nobody questions them on that.
Yeah.
Nobody goes back and says, "Oh, well, why were these sheikhs not married? Why weren't they following that sunnah?"
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Because it's a confirmation bias.
Yeah.
And not many people open a spiritual book and they come to it completely clear-minded, without an opinion, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
On Twitter. Do you want to read it out?
Now read it out. What's he saying?
Read it out. It says, "Take care, never be intimidated by the violent threat. Remember, in Muslim eyes, Prophet Tango is a Hitler. I am temporarily exiled from Medina, just like the Prophet Muhammad."
Yeah, but Tan is an insane individual.
Anyone who looks up to Tan needs to look at their own lives.
Yeah,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry. I'm not
That
being funny.
Malaysian guy
If you
that
look
comes
up
in
to
with the
Tan
red
as
jacket.
someone who's
Yeah, but hold on, my friend.
reputable,
But hold on, my
he's
friend.
sick.
No, but hold on, my friend. You see, look, just now.
And you're not even Muslim.
No, hold on. Just now you're mentioning Tan, and you haven't mentioned that extremist.
Why would you look up to someone like
I'm
Tan?
sorry, the extremist is worse than Tan. Tan hasn't talked about killing anybody.
This chap has just mentioned Tan. That's why
No.
he brought him up.
No. If you actually have a rational discourse with Tan,
You can't.
No, but hold on a
you
second. But listen.
end of.
But you've been here several weeks and heard what Omar's been saying.
Sorry, what?
I said you've been here and heard what Omar's been saying.
Who's Omar?
Omar, this terrorist-looking guy over
The
here.
guy with the hat.
You know who Omar is.
Question, right? He's
Every time I show
green.
people Omar, they never know.
No,
Look, it's the terrorist guy. You only can recognise
What
him.
did he say then?
Mr. Terrorist. He's
I
over
don't
there.
know them. What do you say?
Huh?
I don't
Well, he's
know
called
him.
Callum a house nigger over and over again. He calls him a baboon, right? Omar, I'm only talking about one person.
Why don't you bring him in?
Omar, Callum.
Why don't you bring-
Omar, he won't come over here now. He knows the golden mic's waiting for
Yeah,
him.
but if Omar says something indiscriminate, then that's just.
Can I say one thing?
That's just
I
No,
think
but
cameras
this
like
is the-
this encourage people like Tan and Omar. Let's just be fair. I think this makes people worse.
Look at Speaker's
Just so you.
Corner.
Yeah.
He's covered.
Do
his
you
mouth.
agree?
Yeah, of course.
This,
Yeah, but look at Speaker's Corner.
Encourages
Everywhere you
it.
go, there's a camera.
but
Yeah?
this channel encourages it. Like they were giving
How-
Tan.
how's it encouraging it?
It probably made Tan more extreme.
You
No,
can't,
this is
you can't
Speaker's
speak to
Corner.
Tan about a point. Once you get on a point with him, he'll jump to another point, and then jump to
Fuck
another
is that?
point,
What
and
is
then
this?
Yeah,
angry,
and he starts
and then
using F
and then
words.
all of a sudden.
Yeah, but the
F
N word is
Islam,
worse.
F this, F that.
The N word is worse.
bad.
You're worried about the F word. The N word is worse.
Both bad.
Listen, preaching about killing people, yes.
That's wrong though.
Well, this is what this guy was doing.
So what did he say?
Right?
What did he say?
He ran off.
No, but what
I
did he
asked
say?
him
What-
directly.
Do you think
I
you're
asked
beating
him
the
directly.
horse, Gary? Do you
I
think
asked
you're
him
beating the
What do you
directly.
mean about the N word is worse
The N word is worse.
to a black person?
No, to anybody. I mean, you calling me a nigger is
Yeah.
the worst. Remember, the
But
last thing.
I grew up in an environment where they black people called it to each other
Listen,
freely.
those people do not represent the majority of black people.
Okay.
Those are people on a very small sector. Listen, the last person a black person heard when he's just about to hang from a tree was, "Get your ass to nigger heaven." That's the last thing you heard was the word nigger before he died.
So wait, what? I
Now
don't know
you
what this-
can't. glamorize that or reclaim that by anyone standing.
It's in
And
the,
then
it's in the
anybody
music
who's in
culture,
that,
though.
No, it
it's
isn't.
in the music
No.
culture. It is.
It's in. Listen. It's in the ghetto culture.
Yes.
That culture is not my culture. Majority of people like me. That's not my culture.
I
You
would
speak
say
to
the
most
youth
of
are not my majority, though.
Sorry?
The youth are
Of
not your
course-
majority.
No, of course it is.
No, it's not.
No, listen.
You go to any high school in Britain, and that culture
Okay,
is
like
prevalent.
which one?
Anywhere in London,
Which one?
North London, South
Most
London,
of-
inner
listen,
cities,
listen,
everyone's
listen,
hanging the
listen,
jeans down,
listen.
hip hop, Biggie,
You
Tupac.
cannot
they
say
all
that
know it.
word on the BBC. You cannot even use it on the radio.
I know that, I
right?
realise
It's a
that.
derogatory term.
I
It's a
realise.
legal term.
I agree.
So you cannot
But it's
use
used
a legal
amongst
term.
black people
It's
to
used
black people.
along. No, it's used amongst
Yes, it is.
ghetto black
Yes, it
people.
is.
I've never heard it.
Black
You use
people
it,
use
no.
it to black people all
My
the
friend,
time.
I've
never
What's
heard
up,
it.
nigga? How you doing,
I'm a
nigga?
black person telling me. Okay, watch this. Let's demonstrate. How are you? How are you? Hello. How are you? How are you?
How you doing?
How are you?
I agree.
How are you, Pops? Now, I haven't called him a nigga, have I?
No, I agree.
You haven't seen it, but
This is how we greet
I
each other.
agree. I agree.
This is
I
how we
agree.
treat each other.
That's true.
It's
That's
absolutely
true.
unacceptable.
But I'm saying to you,
I'm on your level.
But these
I'm on
are
your level.
ghetto people. No,
But
they don't represent
it
me.
represents a large majority.
No, it's a very small majority.
I went to school.
Okay,
I've never heard it.
I think we all agree it's wrong.
Does travellers okay? Now, does the travellers represent you? Travellers, they don't, do they? Right now, there's a
I'm
term.
telling you what
hold
I've
on a second.
witnessed.
So there's a term called white trash. You heard of this white
I
trash?
agree.
And it's normally associated with travellers, etc., etc.
I agree.
Right. Now the media will focus on that group and thinking this is how all white people are. You're not like that, are you?
No.
Right. Now the media like to focus on this very small group of black people who use these terms like bitch and hoe and nigger.
I agree.
We don't use those terms. I don't address any woman as bitch and a hoe.
I agree.
I don't address my fellow man
I agree.
as a nigger.
I agree.
So
But
those
it's
people
used.
do not it's used wrongly and illegally.
Yes, but when
Right? It doesn't represent me.
Like you're trying to highlight his behaviour, Omar's behaviour. Yeah, about extremism doesn't represent Muslim society. I'm trying to say there is a group of black people that are, and it's a considerable amount of people that go around saying,
Okay,
"What's
this
up,
is
nigga?
like
How you
saying,
doing, bro?"
okay, you know, this is like saying,
Yes, they
I'm like,
do.
this is, no,
Yes,
hold a
they
second.
do.
I'm like, this is like saying, hold
Go
on,
to
guys,
any high school
one at a
in
time,
Wembley.
one at a time, one at a
Any
time.
high-
Your Majesty.
My time.
Yeah.
This is like saying,
No, but he
hold on a
speaks
second.
bad about it.
This is like saying ISIS represent Islam. They don't represent Islam, do they?
No.
Now
cannot
ISIS
say
only
ISIS
make
are
up.
not Muslims.
Now hold on a second. They
You
are
cannot say
Muslim.
Muslims, they're
Listen,
not Muslim.
they're Muslim, but they don't
how
represent
this
Muslims.
conversation started.
But they don't recommend Muslims.
How do rappers become popular? Why? Because they have their albums have to sell. Who buys the albums? Normal people. So if they're using this language
Hold on,
and they're popular,
hold on,
obviously
hold
this
on,
is something
come back,
that's
come back,
it's
come back.
obvious.
Hold on.
He's right.
Simple as that.
Now hold on. Now who owns the record labels and distribution?
I agree.
Now who? No, I'm a question.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
who
yeah.
owns
I know,
it?
I'm not disputing that.
Now,
That's a different point, though, Gary. That's a completely different point.
Rappers from the project, right? People from estates do not represent everybody else.
Okay. Can I
Because
just
there's a lot of listen.
your point
There are a
doesn't
lot of
make
black
sense.
people that didn't grow up on
Gary, you're right,
council
but you're
estates.
you're right,
Doesn't make
Gary.
sense.
It does. One at a
It
time.
doesn't.
Let me
It
do
doesn't.
this,
It
guys.
doesn't. Let me just make sense.
Gary, you're right. You're right.
We were talking
They don't
about
represent me. Right?
You're right.
They don't
I
represent
agree.
me. And the majority of people around
But
me.
it
You
does
cannot say
exist.
that they
No,
represent
but
them
in
what
a
I'm trying to say to you,
considerable
what I'm
amount.
trying to say to you, the word being used amongst them is illegal, unlawful, and wrong.
If it only
Yes?
represented
If
a
I
tiny
come
minority,
to, if,
So
when,
what I'm
when
trying
I
to
grew
say
up
to you-
in Wembley, when I grew up in Wembley, there would be people amongst each other. What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? If I go, what's up, nigga? What?
French
Who
Montana.
are you calling
To the
me?
point
Because
where
I'm
they don't even-
outcast. Because I'm not
Brother,
black.
because the word is unlawful, unmoral, and legal.
I agree.
Right? That word
But
should
why
be
can
used.
they
And
use
plus
it
as
amongst
well,
each other?
and plus as well, hold on a second. But that word is also used,
pointless
right?
conversation. Yeah.
Because that
It's a
word.
form of seclusion.
No, but
It's
hold
a
on a
form
second.
of- I'm over here.
But hold
Can
on
I
a
ask you,
second.
do you agree
But
the word
that
is
word-
wrong? Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
then
because
you
that
just end
word-
it. Why are we talking about
Even
it?
use it
Exactly.
It's all wrong.
I agree, but he's denying that it doesn't exist.
No,
It does
I'm not
exist.
denying it does exist.
But it doesn't
I'm
represent
saying
him.
it doesn't represent the majority of black people. Now you're trying to say it
agree, I
does.
agree, I agree.
So I'm trying to say
I agree.
it represents a very small fraction
I agree.
of black people, and that word
If you're
should never
talking,
be
if you're
used.
taking it
It's still
globally,
Because what I'm
if
trying to
you're
say to
taking
you-
it globally, I agree.
No.
If you're taking it in London, I
But
don't
my
agree.
friend, remember,
it's very prevalent in London.
remember, the word nigger is also used in conjunction with calling a woman a bitch and a hoe.
Correct.
Because
Goes
women
on.
would say, "This is my bitch.
It goes
This is
on,
my hoe."
it goes on.
Now, you could never address none of my sisters like that.
I know.
You can address none of no one that I know like
I
that.
wouldn't.
I would never address any of my brothers with using those terms.
I wouldn't.
And I'm saying, white people, you cannot use that term.
I agree.
So don't listen to these ghetto people using this term.
I agree.
It's not something which is generalized.
But my point is not that.
Yeah?
My point is that it's prevalent, it exists, it
Only
exists in the
amongst
inner
a small
cities.
group of
can't say
uneducated people.
No, you can't say
can't say
small
that,
group.
Gary.
Of course, it's a small group.
How many
Gary.
albums do these rappers sell?
Listen, my friend. Listen.
How many albums do they sell? How many?
YouTube views.
Jay-Z, how many albums?
listen,
How many
listen.
albums does he sell?
Listen.
People that
Do you know
listen
what?
to
We
him
strayed
from
from the
copy his
subject,
style.
I know we have. I know we have.
speak
Just like
he
those
speaks,
ghetto
but
people
he's
don't
very-
represent
He's still
you.
man in his position. He's
Omar
still
doesn't
man-
represent
He's still
Muslims.
man in your position.
Exactly.
He's trying to act as if that's not what
It
it
doesn't exist.
listen,
It's a few
I'm
small
not
people
talking
that nobody
about
knows
If it is a
about.
fringe opinion,
My
they would
friend,
not be popular.
hold on a
As
second.
simple as that.
The only reason why somebody's popular is through distribution, right? And somebody making them famous in the first place. Because I said to you, the people behind these labels are men in suits.
I agree.
Are men in suits.
I agree.
Are European men in suits.
I agree.
That are
totally agree.
promoting this language.
I
right?
totally agree.
Because remember, without them, nothing, no one could be
I
famous.
totally agree.
Exactly, yeah.
Anything that forces mankind into chasing money, chasing sex, is something to get them away from what's the real purpose
Exactly.
in life. And I agree. It's men in
So
suits,
hold on a
Europeans,
second.
or whatever.
So why are European men telling these young men to go out and dishonor their fellow men and women by calling them niggers, bitch, and hoe?
Disgusting.
You see, there's an agenda behind it.
Of course.
And the agenda
I
is
agree.
to take you off from being a human being
Correct.
and to be called labeled something just as a nigger
I agree.
and just
I
as a
agree.
nobody.
I agree.
Because the word nigger
Dehumanized.
meant nobody.
Yeah.
Which is why it was justified killing you.
But
Because
there's,
you're
but there's
nobody.
rappers.
I agree.
Gary, the point
But
you're
they're
making is there's rappers-
uneducated,
I'm not talking
my
about-
friend.
Okay, but the point I'm making is that there's rappers that are signed to the same labels to these other rappers who use that word, and they don't use that word, and they're not as popular.
My friend,
How do you explain that?
listen,
How do you explain that?
listen.
Lupe Fiasco, Will Smith, J. Cole, all these
Listen,
people. How
hold
do you
on.
explain
Because
that?
I've been around writers that have written lyrics and they've looked at it and they've taken it to the board and the board said there isn't enough nigger in there. There isn't enough nigger claims in there. There's not enough
This
bitch and
is
hoe in
something
here.
that can't be
Right?
substantiated. We have to look at things that we
Yeah,
can see.
it's
Gary. We
un-
just
My
have to-
friend,
it's
kind of
un-
anecdotal.
The
We just have
word
to
is
take your-
illegal. You know this.
Yeah,
I know
of
this.
course.
I'll
I know
explain
The word
it.
is illegal.
I'm not
This is
disputing
why
I
it can't
agree.
be played
You're
on
strong
any
man in my
station.
position.
Gary, I
I'm
agree.
not-
It's
we're not
like
disagreeing
it's
with
like
you.
going to a
Context.
it's like going
We're
to a
not
five-star
disagreeing with you.
hotel and going somewhere. Everything's organic, everywhere's fresh, but your child's looking for the Kit Kat bar and the Mars bar because that's what he's used to. It's the same sort of thing. That's
No,
true.
I mean, I
That's
don't know
what-
how we
that's-
switched to
because
Kit Kat bars and we're talking about.
Because you're saying to me, you've seen a piece of writing and they're saying there's not enough, not the usage
No,
of the word nigger, for example.
I'm giving you an experience.
Yeah,
I'm
and
giving an experience
and I'm
that other
explaining-
writers giving me.
and I'm explaining
that when
to
they
you-
present their work to
They know-
be published, someone will look at it and say, no,
But
there
even
isn't
if
enough
that's the case-
derogatory terms
no,
in
but
there.
he's only looking at one angle, and also that person is saying that because they know it won't sell because it doesn't use
And
enough
also as
words.
well, my friend,
money.
I'm going to
That's
answer
what
this.
it comes down to
Let
at
me
the end of the
answer this. Have you ever asked any of those black people that you heard they use it? Have you
I hung
asked them?
around with them.
Okay, listen. Have you asked them what that word means?
No.
They probably
Be
don't know.
honest, because
Guarantee
it's
you-
different opinions.
Guarantee you-
It
no,
means
no.
brother.
Look.
It means you're part of the crew.
No, it don't.
It means
No,
you're
it
part
doesn't
of the
mean
project.
that. No, it doesn't mean
Never
that.
meant brother
It doesn't mean
originally.
that.
You're
Never
right.
It doesn't mean
But
that.
words
It never
change.
did. That's
Chinese
a lie.
people.
Me-
You're right. You're right. It
I
has an
think
intention.
the N-word is more in
Let me tell you
America than
something.
here. I think it's more in America.
Gary says it means one thing.
Let me show you
Another
something.
person would say it
You
means
see
another
this?
thing.
You see this
I tell
image?
you why they know it's a
You see
lie,
this image?
because it's that white
You
person
You see this
tells
image?
the
Have a good
black
look at this
woman,
image. No, have a
Just have a
good
look.
look at this
People
image.
will resent
Have a
it.
good look at this
They're
image.
lynching them.
Have a good look at that image.
And that's
The
not long
last
ago.
thing-
That's only like, what, 50 years?
Exactly.
100
The
years?
last thing these people heard was the word nigger.
I know it's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice. It's
Horrible.
terrible.
Now, if the average black person knew what this really means,
Yes.
because they don't, they would never use the word.
I give you another example.
They'll never use it.
I'll give you another example, Gary.
Gary, he's not
So-
disagreeing
Gary,
with you.
Gary,
He's not-
Gary, listen to this.
educated.
Gary, listen to this. Listen to this. I'll give you another
said
example.
before.
Sometimes, when I grew up, I used to see people like this showing their boxes. They walk around.
Yeah, but you
like
know where
this.
that was from, don't you?
No, listen.
That's all from
Listen.
prison.
I
That's all
asked
from
about
prison.
that. Listen.
That's all from prison.
Listen. I asked about this. One guy said this because in Arizona State Prison they took the belts off because people can't hang themselves. So everyone stripped their belts off. Yeah. And another person says, no, it's not that. It's a Batman thing.
Exactly.
That it's showing that.
Exactly.
I'm up for it.
Why would you do
Exactly.
that?
So two
Exactly.
different opinions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But-
What was it? You know they rolled
Go
their leg
with-
up.
just
What was
hold
that
a
for?
second.
Do you know?
Yes.
Brother, can I
Something
just say
about
one thing?
you killed
Just make
somebody
it
or
clear,
something.
yeah? Just make it very clear that you're not disagreeing with of course it's wrong. But
He said
you
that,
cannot
yeah.
say that
It's not popular.
You cannot say that
They all
it's
said
a
it was
fringe.
too bad.
It's a fringe opinion. It's
No, it's
only
not.
used amongst a minority
It's
people. It's
not.
not
It's
because
not.
if that was
In
the
the
case,
UK,
people
it's
wouldn't be
not really.
popular.
I'm
That's what
saying to you,
saying.
the music, my friend, listen to me. Marmite is popular. Have you ever
You
tasted
love it,
Marmite?
you love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it's not popular because it's nice.
Of
It's
course.
popular because of marketing and
Gary,
money
what
behind
that-
it. Listen.
No, some people say it's nice.
No, listen.
She loves
Jay-Z,
my mind.
Yeah.
I like
Jay-Z,
my mind.
Jay-Z presents his music. Now, me personally, I don't even like Jay-Z's music.
no,
I think half of it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Because it's Jay-Z now, people get into the idea, I have to like it. I have to buy into it. Because it's Nas,
that's not
I have to
true.
like it. I have to
You're
buy
not
into
like
it.
that. I'm not
kids,
like
Most of the music I don't even like.
Yeah.
Right? The only music I used to like was Amigos. Yeah, Amigos was good music. But the nigga and the bitch thing just wrecked it for me. And if you listen to hip hop now, the
but-
music is good if you left out the nigga
No, Gary-
and the bitch in the hole.
Gary,
It'd be a wonderful track.
Gary, you-
Because speaking about your life on
Gary,
the street,
Gary, you're-
the nigga hole doesn't have to even been there.
How can I say?
Amigos are hard
Gary,
though.
you're
And the other word as well, guys, listen, mother F.
Yes.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. No.
Mother F.
Not
Break
nice.
break that word down,
Yeah, I
what
know,
it
it's
really
not
means.
nice, not nice.
What now?
Terrible.
What are you saying to me? Mother F?
I think we're all
I'm
in
not going to
agreement.
say it.
Yeah, it's
We
there's no-
cannot be using these terms,
agree.
and we cannot be promoting or listening to music with these terms in
Yeah.
it.
Do you know-
But
I-
come on.
Are you going to the youths with this message?
Of course I am.
No, but
Of course I am.
In fact,
too late.
you do
It's too
spend
late.
more of
Yeah,
your
but
time on
it's
this
too
one.
late.
Yeah, it's not too late. Trust me. It's slowly coming down.
You're
Trust me.
educated in this
It's coming
area.
down.
You're educated in this area, and you take a moral stance on it.
Of course I do.
A lot of people
You
don't.
know why I do?
A lot of
Because
people
what it
don't.
is-
A lot of people don't.
Let him talk, let
No,
him
you
talk.
know what
Let
it
him
is?
talk,
You
Gary,
know
let him
why?
talk.
Because a lot of white guys like you who are honest will say to me that I've been around with black people that use this term and I think it's okay, and then I suddenly say it and everyone says it's not okay. And I'm saying to you as a white guy, it's very dangerous because there's certain...
No, I wouldn't say it.
I know,
I
but I'm saying
for
to you,
two reasons.
there are certain
yeah?
black guys that I know, your lights will be out in 2 seconds
I
if you
know.
said it around.
I know.
You can't say it.
No,
So it's not okay.
Not only that, I wouldn't say that because I know it's undermining them. It's not something I want to. I like to talk. I don't like to talk.
Yeah, but
like
even that, I mean, don't you think even that is in the cliche of it is even stupid in itself? So I can say it amongst ourselves, but we can't. The white person can't say it. Now that alone is saying to you, it's amongst people that are not even thinking about the word. Don't use it. If everyone can't use it, then you don't use it.
Of course.
Don't use it.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
I agree.
Are they just trying to take
Just
ownership?
don't use it.
But are they trying to take ownership of the
They
word
have
to
been.
change the
Listen,
meaning?
listen.
Do meanings change over
No,
time?
listen. Most of the cultures that look,
They're
most
so-
of the cultures
they're
that you
so
see around the
entrenched
world
in the
now.
hip-hop culture that it just comes out naturally.
Exactly.
Even if
But
you're not
who
black
is
anymore.
right?
Yeah,
But
that's-
who is
that's it.
fueling hip hop culture?
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
not even the artist.
It's the Western.
It's not the
it's
artist.
the Western
It's
billionaires
men in white
suits.
suits.
I agree.
Not in street level.
We want these words. We want
Oh,
we
but
want all
why?
of these.
No,
No,
words.
Gary,
Why
what about
did they do it?
what about the
Keep up.
local
Why did they
artist
do it?
who's just doing a little mixtape, like
Tell
quiet,
them.
like
Tell them.
you know?
Why did
Listen,
they want it?
half of the rappers have never been shot, never been in prison.
Yeah.
Kanye West himself is from a middle class background.
Of course.
Which ghetto did he grow up on?
They don't even
Yeah.
smoke weed, some of them,
Exactly.
and they're promoting smoke weed.
Yeah.
every day.
50 Cent,
He
oh, I've
said
been
he
shot
don't-
9 times.
I don't drink
Yeah,
alcohol,
I've
he
seen you
doesn't
with
drink
Chopper.
alcohol.
I can't even see one bullet
He's
wound.
been shot. He's
Yeah,
been
Not 9 times.
been shot nine
He's been shot. No,
Maybe
not 9
exaggerating.
times.
No, there's extras
Trust
that
me.
show he's
but
been shot.
but
No,
okay.
nine times.
Okay.
It's nothing
how
to
did
glorify,
they-
you know?
Ballet.
It's not something
it's
to
true.
glorify, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't say
So
that. He
listen,
never
That's
right
the
now
culture.
we see
That's the
in
problem.
London,
Yeah.
we see black kids killing each other. What's the
friend.
motive behind it?
Okay, my friend, that's a long story. You want me to go
It's
into
It's not
that?
a long story.
Over a can of worms.
Listen,
Music,
I
it's
think
music.
I think this thing is
This is
engineered.
it.
It's
I
engineered.
told you, it comes from men, European men in suits. Now, this war
Is that-
against blacks
who is
has
that?
been going on
Which-
since the 60s.
You know what,
Nixon.
Gary? Let me just say one
Nixon,
thing, bruv.
sorry.
You know I prefer it when you talk like this. Do you know that, yeah?
Why?
Because you're talking the truth, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
You're not talking with an agenda, innit? Even
No,
though
no.
it's your agenda to further your own people, then that's you, innit?
No, no.
Yeah? But
I'm
as soon as
giving
you
you-
start going
the
over
guys
that,
asked me about it and
to the
disappeared.
dark side, it's a bit nuts.
The guys
you know what
asked me
I'm
about
saying?
knife
I respect
crime
you, I respect
disappeared.
you, yeah.
Okay.
No, the message is
So all it is, we just don't use these terms. They're derogatory, they're illegal, immoral.
I agree.
We don't
We're
use
all
it.
on
Anyone with
agreements
half
there.
a brain, with any sense of class,
But
if
Gary,
you
you're
address your
educated,
fellow
you know,
man,
you're-
you address your fellow
the
man
peop-
with respect.
The people that use it, it's a racism amongst themselves as well because it excludes other colours. It excludes other races.
No.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
does.
no, I said to you
'Cause
just now-
Like I just said to you, if there were two black people and they call each other nigger, I can't come along and say nigger because I'm the white
why
guy.
would you want to?
No.
No, I'm just saying.
No, the worst
in
thing
a
is
friendly
this.
way.
Just tell the
Some
worst thing
people
is
say
this.
it in a friendly way.
The songs
If
are
I want to
playing-
join in a friendly way, I can't.
Listen, the hip hop song's playing. It's got nigger
That's
all
the point
over
he's-
it.
That's the point he's
right?
making as well. As soon
Exactly.
as them man start using it, you feel like you could use it as well.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then you find it's not okay. Now
Yes,
what it is?
yes, yes.
Now I've heard plenty of songs with
Are
the
they-
word
are they
nigger in
saying it with-
and people are singing along to the song.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
as soon
you're
as
right.
the nigger word comes in, white everyone says, "Shall I say that bit or shall I
Yeah,
don't?"
yeah, yeah,
Just
of
say.
course.
And most people are now just saying it. I've
And
heard
it-
European people just singing along. Yeah, nigger this, my nigger that, my bull. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. So those black guys now telling you that you can't use it. When they see a group of people in a club Now all
Yeah, I
singing
see a
nigger
video like that the other day
together,
on Instagram.
all singing and
Wrong.
dancing to nigger, and girls are singing to bitch and hoe. I think
Yeah,
you
I
know,
know, I know.
Girls, bitch and hoe.
They're not thinking,
Now I
they're
can't
just-
call you a bitch. I can't call you a hoe. Why are you all singing along to bitch and hoe?
But you know, there's even cultures within America where
Your
they call men
mind's
bitch
gone.
and
Your
hoes.
mind has gone.
Because it's just
I'm
music.
saying to our people, look at what you're saying, look what
But
you're doing.
Do
stop
not
using
write the
derogatory
people
terms.
off that say it as a minority.
And
They
they
are
are,
a
my
significant
friend.
group.
My
It's a
friend, I'm saying to
significant
you,
group.
no,
It's a
listen,
significant
everybody
group.
here has
When you
recognized.
talk globally,
no, so I tell you why.
I agree.
Speak
But
in
when you
English.
talk in
So I tell you
London,
why.
it's not.
Because
It's a
every
significant
single
group.
person here amongst this crowd now, we all agree the word is wrong. We all know word is wrong.
I don't. But people do.
Yeah, but it's illegal.
It's illegal to record
It's
off the
illegal.
radio. People do.
No, my friend. It's a whole different level. This is illegal. You can be arrested, go jail for it.
Yes, of course.
The same way how you could be
So you-
homophobic.
No, but
You're
Gary,
trying to say there's two
if you
brothers in
use
the
it in an
park.
abusive sense,
Yes.
if I was reading a historical thing and it said the N-word, I wouldn't go to jail.
No, of
No, you
course
wouldn't
not.
go to jail.
If there's
Yeah,
two
if
brothers
you-
talking in
racial
the
abuse
park,
is
if
against
there's
the
two
law.
black people talking in the park and they call each other, what up nigga, they're not going to go to the police are not going to come here, right? No,
Yeah, it's a context.
Yeah, I know.
She's
But what
saying
it
a
is,
racist way.
but what I'm trying to say
And
to you-
Gary, is there a difference in the N-I-G-G-E-R and N-I-G-G-A-S?
No, there's all this. It's a load of crap.
Question of spelling.
It's a load of crap.
The easy
I don't
spelling
agree
for
with that. I'm just saying
It's a load of
they
rubbish.
would. Some people would argue, just playing devil's
It's a load
advocate.
of rubbish. It's the same.
But this conversation kind of started from nothing, really. Like we all agree it's wrong.
It's wrong. Don't use the term.
No, the difference is Gary thinks
If your
that
friends
it's a
use
small
that term,
amount of people.
If your friends use that term,
It's a
you should
small
challenge
amount
them.
of
You should
people.
challenge
It's
them.
a small. Gary thinks it's a small amount of people that use this term. My argument is no, it's not.
Okay.
Look, none of us are statisticians. In his circle,
He says 95%.
Okay.
When it comes to black people, it's
Let me
probably
ask you a
about
question. Okay. Let me ask
probably a
you.
bit high.
Let me ask you all a question.
They're not white people, they're black people.
No,
People
not
like
high up.
No, bro. I'm going to ask you this. Let me ask you a question. The wealth in America, I have to go by America.
Like,
Yeah.
He's got a record company.
But there's people that tell Jay-Z what to do.
Exactly.
He has to be part of a group.
No, he doesn't.
Jay-Z
No, he
has to
doesn't.
be a Freemason.
Madam, he don't own his own company. Trust me.
Jay-Z's a Freemason. He has to be a Freemason because Freemason have to abide by
So
things.
you're saying that white people in offices in Los Angeles and New York are telling black people what to put in their music?
Yes, they are.
The world
Yes,
is
they are.
controlled in a pyramid structure. Yeah, there's only a few
See, I
people
don't
at the
think
top.
black people are going to be
Few
told
pe-
by anyone.
Yes, they are.
The
No,
world
they are.
is constructed in a pyramid structure. There's only a few people in the top. They work in the shadows. For example, if somebody, if
It's a
you,
little bit. Yeah.
Okay, can I give you an
for
example of what
example,
they
if,
said?
if you work in
You're
a,
asking someone to change the lyrics and put the N word in, the ho word in, the B word in. And I think if you're an artist, you wouldn't do that.
No. I
You're
mean, like, if
fine,
you've been
you
paid
lose.
by them, my friend, can I come in 1 second?
of course.
I mean, like, if you've been paid by them, okay, look at the knife crime. I mean, like, you know about David Lammy, yes? You know David Lammy? Okay. Now, they asked him, right, this is in The Guardian, about how do you solve the knife crime on the street? You know what his reply was? This is reply, headline news. Arresting kids won't stop knife crime. Police should target men in suits.
right.
They understand where the problem starts from. The young boy in the street can't bring in drugs from America, South America, from Europe. He has no idea.
That's right.
Yes? Now these guys making the music have no infrastructure
right.
for promoting and marketing their material. It's all owned by men in suits that dictate
I agree.
what words and lyrics are put into songs. And then it's given to the masses and you're giving to it and it's the only thing you have, so you take it.
So Interscope Records
This is how it is.
in America.
The
It always starts with the man in the suit.
Someone like Jay-Z is getting more and more popular is because he's more submissive to the men in suits.
Exactly.
That's all it is. He just follows the rules. They say, no, I want this, I want that done, I want this done, and that's it.
I don't think that black people are as beholden to white infrastructure as they
Yes,
might
they
be.
are. You know
They're
why?
intelligent.
Because you guys control the money, you control the media, distribution, etc., etc. We have to go to you guys.
Did you?
I mean, like, look.
Do you know something
Every
about
single record
the
label
Bill?
is owned by
you
men.
know the Bill Cosby scandal.
White people came out of that.
When Bill Cosby started to get famous, someone came to him. I don't know the full details, yeah. But basically,
Melanin.
the men in suits, as to say, they sent supermodels to him to extract sperm.
Who?
Bill Cosby, yeah, to extract sperm. They got sperm specimens of Bill Cosby. They then kept it somewhere and said, we will use this if he ever steps out of line. Bill Cosby went on somewhere and he praised African Muslim families for the way they bring up their kids. And it hit a nerve. When it hit a nerve, all of a sudden, how many women are claiming Bill Cosby?
No,
done this,
also
that,
as
and the
well,
other?
I'm going to add something to you. Now, also as well, my friend.
Yeah, all
No,
of
my
a
friend.
sudden, yeah.
Now, my
this.
friend. Bill Cosby was going to buy NBC.
Yes.
No, that is strictly Illuminati territory. Don't touch that. He was seriously going to buy it. Yes?
Yeah.
So that on top of what you're saying is what causes down.
Exactly. They always have something there they can grab you on later to put out in the press to do it.
I just think Bill Cosby is like.
Would you say they did the same thing to Bill Clinton?
Happens to be a bad un, and that's what he is.
No, that's what the media's saying to you.
No, look at Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, yeah? How can there be a high cover-up for all that long? How can there be a cover-up with Jimmy Savile for all that long?
Every single race.
Excuse me.
No, Jimmy Savile's a great sign to society. To say that society thinks this man is the greatest. This man is the most generous, he's good with kids, but he's the worst.
Exactly.
It's the complete opposite.
Exactly.
The reality was the complete opposite.
No, it's a claim. It's a claim.
No, it's not.
It's a claim.
So you're saying that these women are lying about being raped?
Well, Tony Blair lied. He's just over here. Look. I mean, like, you cannot govern a man. Look, Tony Blair stood in front of Parliament and told a lie. Now, you believed it at the time, didn't you? You thought Saddam Hussein could launch weapons and reach in 44 seconds.
No, I didn't. I went on a march.
Right,
against
but
the invasion of
what
Iraq.
is grown men can
I
lie.
believe that Tony Blair should be put on trial for war
Exactly.
crimes.
Now you do, but at the time you
I
didn't.
did back
The
then.
second chance is coming now. They're lying about the chemical weapons in Douma now.
So what
Exactly.
you're
That's the
saying
second
is that
lie.
all women who say they've been raped are lying.
They're lying about the chemical weapons in Douma now, in Syria.
I'm
That's the
asking
second
you
lie.
whether
Assad's
you
not killing his
think that
people.
Any of those women were actually raped by Bill Cosby.
Whether
I
they
think
were
you did
raped
rape.
or not, let's just
It's
leave it like
wrong.
no.
You
But
can't
listen.
do that to
Whether
me.
they were raped
If
or
somebody did
not,
that to your
they're
sister-
coming out 10, 15 years later. How comes it's coming out now?
Because they couldn't do anything back then.
Of course you could.
Oh,
The
that's
police- justice is justice.
No, their
Justice is
voices
justice.
are only
And back
being
then it would
listened
have
to
been
now
worse.
So
because there's an agenda
never
behind
a rape
it.
case like 20 years ago.
Yeah, of course there was.
You
And that don't make any
you
sense.
didn't go to court. Yet 20 years ago, you would be cross-examined by the barrister for the defence, and it wouldn't be worth going because you would be absolutely annihilated as a woman in court.
And every single one of them had that. It was the same position for every
20
single one
years
of them.
ago, in this country, there was a documentary about a woman who'd been raped, and she went to the police. It was a documentary about the police, and they literally laughed in her face. That's how bad it was 20 to 30 years ago. A woman couldn't go to the police and say she'd been raped. 20 years ago.
Of course she could. Of course you could go to the police and say she was raped. Of
No,
course she
you
could.
Do you not think
So if we
I
go
know,
to
no,
the
no,
records 20 years ago,
No,
they'll see
she
no
don't-
rape arrests.
No, she don't understand what she's saying.
But in
I've
any
seen
case,
this
do
loads
you
of
not
times.
believe that environment already attracts like the sort of girls that would go far to get what they want as a piece of pie?
I'm saying there are women
So-
who lie, and I'm saying that what I think is that there should be anonymity for the man and the woman. At the moment, the woman is anonymous, and the person.
Guys,
Bill Cosby.
Now we know.
Bill Cosby, they wanted his downfall. Yeah?
Exactly.
So an
You just take
invitation
two
was
minutes.
sent
Yeah.
out. An invitation was sent out and says we are going to open all the channels of the media to listen to anyone that's against him.
And
That's all
furthermore,
it is.
and furthermore,
Bill Cosby taken down. Why do you think they want
You're
to?
just excusing.
because he's trying to buy the NBC.
And he
Major
was
channels.
praising
Yes.
African Muslim families.
But there are lots of people that praise African.
Yeah, but he's significant. His voice is significant. Once you can influence a large amount of people, then you need to go down.
Exactly.
If your voice can't influence many people, they let you just go by. But once you
Like Jay-Z,
Michael
like
Jackson,
exactly. Once you start talking against the system, look. As guys here, there are many women that could suddenly raise up from our past and say you raped them when you had consented sex, because you're well against theirs. I mean, what is rape?
It's even happening to what's his
rape
name?
isn't about
Is it,
sneaking
Robert
behind a
De
bush and
Niro?
grabbing a woman.
Is it Robert De Niro with the vaccines? Robert De Niro starts speaking about his child that's had a vaccine and the MRI, or not the MRI, what was that?
MRSA.
That vaccine, and it's caused his child autism. He's speaking up about it. He's getting shut down.
Exactly.
Shut down. No more films. Nothing.
Mel Gibson, same thing.
And Tom Cruise was going through a spell of that with Scientology. They tried to shut him
Mel
down.
Gibson was
Remember who
Yeah.
this?
He was
Remember who's running this
They made
organisation.
that film.
the money.
They finished him. That's it.
It's the money that's running
Few
it.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but what is? Yeah, but what is? Hold on a second.
Conspiracy theory only exists when there's enough evidence
Exactly.
to create the suspicion.
It's not about conspiracy theory.
No.
Listen,
It's a conspiracy.
10 Downing Street, they're conspiring all the
9/11
time.
inside job or not? It can go anywhere. Conspiracy theorists say,
And that's
no.
the label, and that's a label they like to put on people that seeking the truth.
Yeah, that's
Do
it.
you not know
Don't fall
of
for
any
that.
conspiracy theory that originally it was a theory and it was
Yeah.
proven? you know that there's a shitloads of, you know,
There are people who have
examples of them.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy theory that said
But
that
there are
Saddam
people
didn't
who
have
use
chemical
that.
weapons.
Until it's proven, people
Saddam
like you
didn't
can
have
There are
chemical
people
easily
who
claim
use
it's
the
a
conspiracy theory to cover things up. And
Yes.
They make up.
Of course I do.
Yes, but
oil,
you're
wasn't it?
supposed
They
to
were
be
just wanting oil.
investigative.
But why are you
You're
so,
supposed to
why
look
are you
into
so
it.
certain?
I question it.
It's a really bad example, but like I'm gonna bring it out. 9/11.
9/11, perfect.
Do you know how strictly, like, you know, certain bodies of government defend, like, against any further research into the?
It's because you can't.
You know what I mean? Like, there's lots of elements. Like, there's been cases of scientists being, you know, put out of their job. So, yeah. Well, my friend, have you looked into it? My question to you is this: go do the
Have you
research
seen
yourself.
Grenfell Tower?
You're clearly so emotional the way you just respond.
Did it come down?
Just one
Did it
moment.
come
Just
down?
one. I'm not saying I know the truth. But when I look into it, there is actual cases of it where, you know, a number of scientists have
Okay,
been.
one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So one at a time.
You
Still
can say
unclear, but
YouTube,
what we know
but you can't
all
okay.
these years later
Can we-
is that it allowed us, it allowed the West to
Can
go
we
into
have a
Iraq.
vote on it? Okay, listen.
It
Can
allowed
we have
the
a
West
vote
to
on
go
it?
into
I'm
Iraq.
gonna do a vote.
And now,
I'm gonna do a vote. I'm gonna do a vote.
and now the West is in Iraq.
Terrorists
Terrorists can come into Syria very easily.
Okay, hold on a second.
Because Iraq is messed.
Can we have a vote
Saddam
on
wouldn't
this?
allow that.
Who believes 9/11 was an inside job or guys who couldn't even fly a drone
Absolutely, man.
flew the planes?
There's
Now,
no
who believes
And
inside
only
job?
their passports were found in the rubble. Nothing else was found rubble. Their
Who
passports.
believed Tony Blair? Now, who believed Tony Blair? Anybody believe Tony Blair would say?
Why do you
Oh,
think
no,
they
no,
put
no,
in
no,
Middle East
hold on.
peace
They're
envoy?
doing my
So
example.
nothing would
The
ever be
Syria-
done.
hold on,
No
hold on.
peace would ever be created.
Hold on. The Syria.
They knew it.
One moment. The Syria example, just 2 weeks ago, yeah? So
You know, he was nearly bankrupt before he retired, before he left Parliament. Did you know that? Did you know that, Gary? Tony Blair was nearly on the verge of bankruptcy
I know.
before he left. He knew that he was going to get cash in
He's gonna get his collars
from,
filled.
Let's just,
what's it called?
that's just one example.
Look,
One example.
Look,
One
they're
example.
filming
yeah?
over there privately, which I should sabotage that.
One example, Gary, yeah?
Yes, Gary.
Syria, yeah?
I should sabotage that.
Gary, Syria is a good example. So, three nations come along, they say Syria's got weapons of mass, and we didn't
Chemical
vote for this.
weapons.
Theresa May
Yes.
chemical weapons. And Theresa May, without any of us voting on this, takes us to war, like bombing Syria. And now,
It's wrong. It's illegal.
no, but this is one example of how the government is
Yeah, but-
lying to you.
no,
If on one occasion,
It's not lying.
if your husband, is that your husband? If your husband cheats on you once, okay. If your husband cheats on you once, how are you going to trust him the next time?
Do you think it was a conspiracy? Do you think it was an inside job for the first attempt on the Twin Towers, which was done before 9/11?
That was a failed attempt.
If you look at
That
the
was a failed
evidence,
attempt.
in the grand scheme
No.
of things, the
That was a failed
probability of the
attempt.
narrative that we've been told is like so
in prison now.
unbelievable.
He was
Now I'm not
actually
saying
captured.
there's some inside
So-
job, but that based on the evidence and the sequence of events
The
that led
first
to what
attempt on the
happened,
Twin
it's just
Towers-
ridiculous.
Buildings cannot fall in their
And you have to go
footprint.
listen to the
Very simple.
scientists.
They
When you look at building number 7, just go boom.
Buildings cannot fall down
Have you looked at the
in
video?
their footprint.
I'm not saying
That
this
is
is
it.
some YouTube
In 10
conspiracy.
There has never, since 9/11,
What about the first attempt on the Twin Towers? Was that an inside job as well? The first attempt on the Twin Towers.
What, the truck that got blown up like many years before? Who says? I don't know.
no, I don't think that
it
was an
an
inside job.
That was
They
probably a
arrested
test.
somebody
So
who
you
was in
believe,
prison.
madam, can I ask you something?
That
So
was
you
probably
believe
for you to say today that there was enough historical.
Okay, can I answer? So, madam, so like you believe that plane went into a building that was one of the first buildings to be designed to take the impact of a plane because you had cost member steel beams in there. So you believe that plane went into a building and within 10 seconds it falls down within a footprint of a structure. You believe that was real.
What happened to the evidence, the metal?
And then building 7, which no plane hit, also fell down within its footprint.
No rubble and articles could be
all the
examined.
material was shipped out.
Insurance policies on the building were taken
All
out
the
a couple of
material.
weeks before
So you're saying
for
the
billions.
first attempt on the
No,
Twin
we're talking
Towers-
about this.
but
No, we're talking about the one that actually took the building down.
That does not.
But that was not an inside job, but then the second one was an inside job.
Yes, so we agree it's inside job.
that's
Okay, we agree with that. So we agree 9/11 was inside job. Okay, great.
Why does the first one confuse you?
They weren't inside.
No, but
Why
worry
does the
about the
first
second
one
one. The
confuse
second
you?
one counts. That's the one that took the building down.
They were fed up with Western interference in countries where Islam is the majority religion. They were fed up with colonialism from Western governments.
Who
and they
was?
Do you know what?
The
Do you know
people
what? For
who
everyone
blew
here,
up
no,
the
no, no,
Twin
no,
Towers.
absolutely. What you're saying is
The
perfect.
people
For everyone
who blew
here,
them up, the
for everyone
hatred,
here,
the colonialism.
I know how you're thinking now. For everyone here,
Because
you can
they-
see how
they were
powerful
angry.
the narrative
They were
of the media
angry.
is to have people like her convinced to the point that they'll more than willingly let the governments attack other nations without having investigated
I
anything.
tell you something else.
And it's really dangerous.
I tell you something else. Since the laws of physics have been defied, I tell you something else. Since the laws of physics have been defied after 9/11, and now jet fuel can burn and bring to the floor a steel
Which it
building,
can't.
which it can.
Which it can't.
There has never been a change to any building structure or regulations going forward to say no. We can't build like this anymore because jet fuel brings this down.
I didn't.
How comes the rules of they haven't changed based on that experiment?
No, I
Because that's what science is. You test, you find out, and then you change and adapt. That hasn't happened.
It's
Why
the
not?
fact that you don't think the first one was an inside job.
Forget
because
about the
it
first
has-
one.
but the
I just
second-
presented.
but madam, the
Okay,
second
so
one
let's
is
get
easy
further.
to
Because
prove.
it has the same cause. The reason why was
No
the
plane,
colonialism.
no, we're talking about planes going
You're
into a
from
building.
Iran. You're from Iran.
No, I'm not actually.
Where are you
I'm
from?
half Turkish, half Turkish,
Oh,
half
half Turkish, sorry. Do you understand Farsi? Is it the same language?
no.
Okay, sounds the same. But do you agree that colonialism in countries like Egypt, like Syria, the Western colonialism would make people so angry and has been making people
Yeah, it
angry
would do,
for
it would
so long, and that's what motivated them to try and blow up the first attempt on the Twin Towers.
Okay,
No, but you're using them.
Why would they?
The narrative. No, but no. The lady's using them.
Let's go.
But
It's scaring her.
The first attempt on the Twin Towers was not Bin Laden. It was someone else.
Let's have some
So
order.
it's not the
Let's have
same
some-
person
One at a
twice.
time.
It's the
Other
same
than
way
that
as the oil
narrative,
ones.
okay,
You know,
we understand that. That's broadly the understanding
Guys,
of the media.
Go lights out, one at a time.
Actually investigated the events.
And I will look into it. 'cause I'm
Oh, you
not-
will. Okay.
I'm
Until
not
you
gonna
looked into it, unfortunately, I don't think it's fair for
Okay,
you
the
to
first
stand
attempt we
there and-
agree, yes, okay. But the second attempt you agree was an inside job. You agree? Don't you
I need
agree?
to read up more.
Okay, well, the first thing you look about, right, is why was there something
can't.
called...
You're not
no,
even
my
allowed.
friend,
Do you
let me
know
finish.
about media
Go
prescripting?
in
My
the
friend,
US.
hold on a second, I'm going to say something.
No,
One second, let me finish.
Have you heard
Now
about
look at something. Okay,
Madam,
my
have
friend, let
you
me
heard-
finish.
One
There's
point
something
and then
called
I'll stop.
Thermite. You have to look at why did the two buildings contain
what it is.
something
That's
called
the
thermite,
one. Yes.
which is a very explosive
way it
material.
burns,
It's
yeah.
the only material that can make melt steel. Jet fuel cannot melt steel.
The building came down
No
from
way.
the inside.
So why was thermite
Yes.
within the fabric of
Why?
the construction?
Yes.
Well, it's not a
Videos,
building.
like
No,
literally
it is.
explosions
It is.
going
The
off.
9/11 Truth Movement, right? The 9/11 Truth Movement, which comprised of engineers and architects, have found thermite. Even after 2 months. After the building went down, you had molted steel, still burning on the ground.
Madam, have you heard of media scripting? Basically, CNN, or I think it was Fox or CNN, what they did is they produced an art. No, you're not listening. Media scripting, CNN and Fox, one of them, I can't remember what one, they produced a report that said Building 7 has just come down when it was still up.
Yes.
It was the BBC, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and they had to fob it off and say, "Oh, well, we're not getting reception now. Sorry, it all went down
Yeah.
because the report
How do you
came out too
explain that?
early, and Building 7 had not come down yet."
You just conveniently want to ignore that, and in fact, when you watch the video of Building 7 coming down, it's just so ridiculous. It comes
Exactly.
at free fall,
Just went boom.
as if he had dynamite to detonate and for it to just drop.
And then
Now-
the owner of the buildings, what's his name? What's his name? Spilled
But yeah, there's something. But yeah, his
And
With the insurances.
okay. live on TV. He gets a
says-
phone call, pull it,
Yeah, he says he literally uses the term pull it.
and the building goes down.
And the
I mean,
mainstream
it's a
media.
bit like every building in New York, Manhattan, has the option to be in pull for the owner to say, yeah,
And the
go.
mainstream
pull it.
media, they produced phone records of people on a plane when you can't get reception that high up,
Exactly.
yeah, saying, "Hi, mum, it's Jonathan Jones." How do you greet your mum and say Jonathan
Exactly.
Jones? "Hi, mum, it's Jonathan Jones. We're on a plane. It's been hijacked."
All it is, madam, just look at the new. Look, anything you hear about, look into it. Don't
I
believe what you hear
think
in
what's
the media.
dangerous is people like
Look
you.
into it more.
What I'm
very
saying
dangerous.
Is my
Very
issue
dangerous.
is that the first attempt was not an inside job, and the
Yes,
second
I
one
agree.
is.
Yes, we
All
can
right.
agree on that. Yes,
I
that's
know
cool.
that. I know
But
that's
that's a
what you're
very
saying. That's what
weak
I'm
point
saying
to
you. It
focus
does,
on.
It's cognitive dissonance. It doesn't seem to.
But the
make
first
sense.
attempt
been
was not
anchored
Bin
on that.
Laden, as the media had said. The second attempt was. It was
No,
someone
Bin
else.
Laden was
No,
yeah,
it wasn't
No,
Bin-
it was Al Qaeda. It was. Yeah, the first attempt.
The first
was.
attempt was. It wasn't.
Yeah,
My
but
issue
yeah, but
is
Al Qaeda is just a file.
interference from
There's no people called
colonial
Al Qaeda.
and,
Or you stick
you know,
Omar
The
on.
database.
There's no people called
It
Al
means the
Qaeda.
database, doesn't it?
Oh, what's Omar doing?
It means the database.
I like rap music and it's bad.
Like who?
You know, we're talking about rap music. It's
Rap music.
bad because I agree with
Yeah,
you about the language.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's bad.
I know.
I love it. I was listening to.
Well, bad as in bad, as in bad as in good. 'Cause you might be using terms here.
I love it, but it's wrong.
The language
What
is
do you love
bad.
about it?
The
I
beat.
love the beat, the rhythm.
What about the
those-
language?
The
The
Ghetto
language.
Boys 6 Feet Under, and it's
But the language is
the
bad.
language.
Okay, the language is bad. But the language is then dictating how people then behave and address each other.
But didn't you do you think that the white people are to blame for everything that goes wrong?
No, I'm saying the powers that be are purporting these guys to promote this music, which then the masses will then naturally take on. I mean, like, it's like a law. Now the government brings out a law and you naturally take it on whether you like it or not. Now the only music that's played on the radio is that music, so you're forced to listen to it. You're forced to accept it. You go to a nightclub, you're forced to listen to it. You're forced to accept it. It's something that's just put on you. Now, if everybody had a choice, those words would not be in the lyrics.
That's correct.
But they're there, and you have to bear with it. Yeah, we don't like it. I
Mainstream
don't like it.
media controls public opinion.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
And that mainstream media is controlled by Europeans.
However, what I suggest and what I think is
Of
that
Zionists. That's the proper
you
term.
should all know yourselves.
Zionists.
You should all know
Zionists.
yourselves.
This is
If you put,
I'm not going to get into.
you should all know yourselves.
No, you're not stupid. Well, so why are you thinking? So there's something called Zionism, isn't it? There's something called Zionism, isn't it?
You're telling me that rap music has bad words in it because of the Zionists. I mean, that's just
No, I'm saying no. You don't understand.
Most of the media
They control.
It's controlled
Look,
by
Zionists.
Jews.
No,
Do you?
no,
all right,
Jews are not
all
Zionists.
right, do you
No,
think?
no, but there's a difference
Do
between
you
Jews and
think?
Zionists.
Do you think? Do you think?
Why is it ridiculous?
All right. Do you think? All right. Let's for example. Do you think Rihanna?
How stupid is that?
I'll give you an example. Do you think?
You're laughing like you've got some
No.
wow information.
No.
Tell us about.
Are controlling the
Ma-
world and
madam.
the
So who are the
Zionists
Rothschilds?
controlling the world.
Yeah, but who are the Rothschilds?
Madam,
Explain.
madam,
Who are,
madam.
Now, are the Rothschilds Zionists?
Jews are
Mad-
controlling
So
madam.
the
are
world.
so are no Zionists? They're different from Zionists. Aren't Jews. You know the difference, don't you?
Let's ask you another
Madam, do you think
Bank of
Rihanna?
England.
Zionists are not Jews. I'm telling you straight.
Let's go step by step. Do you think,
Now this
madam,
is conspiracy.
madam,
Okay, that's
madam?
Do you still believe in the Easter Bunny?
One second.
Call themselves
poor,
Jews and
that's
seven
weak.
are Jews.
This is why things don't change, because the lady
I know,
not
she's
even
really
wants to
not
converse.
listening. She's not listening.
Listen,
She's not listening.
madam, do you think Beyonce goes to a studio and she's dressed up, covered up head to toe, and says, "I'd like to sing a song, please"? Or do you think they say, "No, you got to wear a shorter skirt.
It's the
You got to do
Zionism.
this. You got to do." No, I'm not saying it's the Zionism. What do
Why?
you think
You
happened?
just said
Yeah,
that's
but-
Zionism.
Yeah, but why are you so
I'm trying
disturbed
to
with
converse
that?
with you.
But it's
You
true.
don't want to. You're blocking everything out.
Beyonce and her skirt, and she gets told.
Does
and
she
she's
choose?
told by-
Does she choose? Does Beyonce choose? Or what happens over a long period of time? Beyonce knows what's required, so she doesn't even have to. An opinion doesn't even need to be voiced on her. But do you think Beyonce says, "Right, that's it. I'm wearing trousers and this top, and I'm singing Who's That Girl"? Do you think that happens?
I don't think she has.
What happens?
She gets told to do what she doesn't want to do.
Really? You're living in cuckoo land.
She doesn't really know.
With all due respect,
you
you're
are.
living in cuckoo
You
land. Beyonce goes, they pick a voice, they pick a singer who looks pretty, who thinks that they can mold her and do exactly what they say, and then they say, skirt off, top off, talk like this, dance like this, act like this, and then that's it. You'll make money. That's no, she's a businesswoman, but she has to do what they want to do.
She's very intelligent, and her father was a businessman. He was very intelligent. He still
Yes,
is.
and a businessman means you need to be submissive. A business person in the sense you're talking needs to be submissive. So in order to make the most money, that's all it is. Submissive to the system that pays you.
She doesn't own
Just
the
look.
business
I mean, like,
end of
just to
this.
show you this headline.
Some
just
of them
to-
are depressed.
No,
they're
just
all
look
on
at
depressed
education.
on alcohol because they're going
Zionism
against their
is not
conscience all
Judaism.
day long.
And there are
They're all
Orthodox
addicted
Jews
to
that agree with
marijuana.
this. Zionism is not Judaism is not Zionism.
Or even worse.
Two different things.
They're all addicted to marijuana.
Or even worse.
Do you think
You see how you-
Beyonce
you see
chose
how-
to marry Jay-Z out of pure love and lust, or do you think it was a business relationship as well? I'm just trying to wake you up. Because you think a singer comes and it's just pure talent
I'll tell you
and
what she's
they
going to do.
control
I'll tell you
things.
what you're going to do. Everything you're saying, she's laughing now. She's going to go home, Google it, do the research, and go, whoa, Jesus, what you're saying was real. That's what happens. All true stars go through 3 stages.
Yeah, you're right.
Ridiculed, violently opposed, and then taken as self-evident. I understand you're on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Ridiculed, violently opposed. You
No,
will
no,
get to 3.
No.
You are. You think it's funny. I mean,
She's got a vision of life.
And you're going to do the research.
She's got a vision of life.
You're going to do the research.
If she
Trust
gets
me.
woken up to another side of life, it means a completely change of everything she knows. It's a complete change
I was
of
exactly
everything.
like you 10 years ago. Oh, this ain't real book. Did a bit of research. I saw all the symbolism. I thought, hang on a minute. What's all these symbols?
Then you connect the
Everywhere.
dots.
Put all the dots together and realize, hang on a minute. One force, different factions.
He's right.
Yeah, but there's too many conspiracy theories. That's
But what is a conspiracy
There's too many.
theory?
He's not
What's
saying the
that
moon
mean?
landing was fake.
It's a very
Yeah,
general
but-
word
yeah, but
what
what
you're
is a
using.
conspiracy
You're
theory?
using a very general word. It's a
And-
conspiracy
and-
theory.
And remember, the powers that be gave you this word conspiracy theory. All it is people seeking the truth. That's all it is.
But no one's come up with a...
Nobody's going to
Some of this stuff gets
take
declassified
down.
as well. Some stuff gets declassified
It's-
later.
That's all it is. People seeking the truth.
No, but we're living in an age you'll never get that.
Well, there we go. So what this conjecture?
No. You're living in an age where you'll never get a definitive truth, but everyone will have reasons to believe what they do. And then everyone can assess the reasons. If I say, Gary, why do you believe that? And you'll say, look, here's my evidence. Then I can be convinced by his beliefs only because of his evidence.
Exactly.
That's it. That's how we move on and change
The
opinions.
reason why I believe what you're saying is true is because if you notice that with musicians or actors, whatnot, they never step. How many conservative musicians have you seen? No. It's sort of that with mainstream media, they're just pushing left wing politics all the time, and they never go against the grain. So that's the reason why I believe that
Yes, and also when you see someone stand up against the grain, they're quickly shut down.
Yeah,
exactly.
Quickly shut down.
Exactly.
And if they're not shut down, it's because they're too popular. They have to be ridiculed.
Exactly.
Yeah, constantly. Like Jeremy Corbyn now, he's the new face. He's getting ridiculed all the time.
Exactly.
He's going to be shut down. That's how they do it. That's how it works.
And look, for experiment, ask him how he would like to address. Now, how do you feel about being addressed as nigger? Someone comes to you, how are you my nigger?
I hate that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying to you?
Good man.
My
Yeah, I
friend,
agree.
it's not the majority. It's
I
it's
never
the
said
minority.
majority.
Minority. We
I
don't
said a
address each other like
significant
this.
amount of people.
No,
in
it's
the
not.
city areas.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Now I'm telling you, it's not.
Go to Kilburn. Go to Wembley.
Which part of Kilburn?
But
You tell me to go to Council Estate?
It's schools.
Well,
high
Council
schools.
Estate.
High schools.
High school children. I told you.
They're embraced in hip hop.
No, they are
all love
following a
hip-hop.
culture
They do,
blindly.
they do.
But once
Yes.
you
you're right, I agree.
But once you make them understand what the word means, I guarantee you stop using it.
Probably.
Once they understand,
Probably.
because
Yeah,
what you do is follow the
education.
culture.
I agree.
Yes?
I agree. But what? But
No, it is-
do you
no,
see
it's
what
not.
you've just done?
No,
Do you see what
no,
you've just
no,
done?
no, it's
You
not
said
too late.
once something happens, once a verb, once you make them, they'll stop.
Yes.
No one's made them yet.
No,
So it's
but
still
it's
there.
happening. It's
still
happening.
there.
It's happening.
Or like the song. If a white
Yeah,
person
I know.
Because Kanye
I-
West is even talking about getting the word
No, it's
bitch
not
and hoe
accepted,
out of
that's the
lyrics.
point.
He
It's a
uses it
false
himself.
No, but
image.
he's actually having that
He's
discussion now
gotta-
of taking that word out of lyrics.
understand, that part of the
Yeah, there's other people. There's other
The very
rappers
people-
there's other rappers that don't use it.
What I'm trying to say is the very people, those young people who accept this stuff. You let a white person come up to one of them and call them a nigger, you see how quick they will
I know,
stab
I told him
to
already.
death.
Uncle, I told him already. It's not going to
You
happen.
see how quick they will want to stab him to death.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, who you calling a nigger?
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, listen,
The
this
very
film,
people
this
who
video,
say
I'm going to put a
accept
wrap now. It's been going on for an hour.
Right.
We'll get bored after an hour. Uncle, you going to say final words on the video? Final words on the video. Because you never say final words. Say final words. Say to everybody, stop using the word nigger. Go on, say it. Listen to Uncle.
Advocate a solution.
Listen to Uncle.
Advocate-
Don't use that word.
I've been getting some calls and I don't want to recognize me by my cap.
I'll do that in a
I
minute.
don't want to go
People
into
together of all colours and all
I've been getting
races,
some
creeds and religions.
It's about taking back our power. Stop giving it in the hands of these Illuminati, Zionists, or whatever. Take it back. Yes, take it back.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, take it back. Take back our power.
Yeah, but people don't realise they're actually pegs of the system.
Of course
they're
they are.
doing things daily for their own survival because they're in debt, their mortgages, whatever they are. Society traps them in,
Yeah.
and they're knowingly or unknowingly they're doing things all the time,
Yeah.
and becoming a peg and staying as a peg.
Yeah.
And it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Religions do it to people.
Let's take out this guy.
Religions do it to people.
Let's take this guy.
Content over everything. From your melody.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to.
You're older than us. Be patient with us. We don't know as much as you know. We're not as great believers as you are. We may be hypocrites. May Allah keep us away from hypocrisy. Yeah? No. If you say this is the actions of hypocrisy, maybe we are. Allah knows.
Allah knows who I am, and I'm happy. You know?
Brother, be soft with us. Be nice to us. Like.
Listen, man. When Saracen attacked me.
Listen, if this guy or this guy or this guy mess up somewhere,
Listen.